A very good evening and welcome to Weekend Primetime News. I'm Arundhati Mudanayaka. Well, today was a proud day for sports fans in Sri Lanka as Anuradha Indrajit Kure was placed 14th in the London Marathon. Meanwhile, runners at the London Marathon observed a 30-second silence to honour the victims of the Boston Marathon bombings. Details of the London Marathon coming up on Sports First. Let's now take a look at your headlines this evening.
Four people are killed in an accident in Nitambua. 16 trade unions stage a demonstration claiming the increase in estate workers' wages is insufficient. Minister Maithripala Sirisena says a new program is needed to win in the competitive world with technical knowledge. Farmers in Dambulla in hardship once again, unable to sell their produce. Anuradha Indrajit places 14th among more than 35,000 runners at the London Marathon.
And now for the stories in detail. 4 people were killed when a 3-wheeler and a van collided in Kalagedihena, Nitambua. The police say that one of the passengers in the van and 3 passengers in the 3-wheeler lost their lives in the accident. 7 people who were injured in the accident have been admitted to the Gampaha General Hospital. The bodies of the victims are lying at the Gampaha General Hospital. Reports say a child and a woman were among those killed. Four persons are receiving treatment in the intensive care unit at the Colombo National Hospital following a collision involving a train and a bus at the Rockland Junction railway crossing in Beruwala last evening. Director of the hospital, Dr. Anil Jasinga, said that the 3 of the patients are in critical condition. The accident took place last night when a train bearing the number 767, which was plying from Colombo to Galle, collided with a private bus. News First U reporter Heshan Yasinta said that the group from Kandy, which was travelling in the bus at the time, were returning from a funeral in Galle. The group were on their way to a relative's residence located in the Magalkand area in Beruwala after attending the funeral.
When the bus hit the train, it turned. There were about 10 to 15 lying on the ground.
24 of the injured persons were admitted to the Nagara hospital, while another was admitted to the Beruwala hospital.
I was at the back seat. There was a huge noise. Then I was thrown to the road. The driver did not see the train. As it hit the train, I fell on the road. 28 persons were hospitalized. 4 of them were transferred to the National Hospital within an hour last night. 2 patients, including the driver of the bus, are receiving treatment at the Nagara General Hospital. Surgeries were performed. 8 more patients were subjected to minor surgeries. All patients were males and were between the ages of 20 to 45.
All 4 of them were admitted to 2 intensive care units, accident service intensive care unit and the neurotrauma intensive care unit. Out of these 4, 3 are critically injured, and the 4th one is considerably better than the rest.
There is ample evidence that this railway crossing where the accident took place was unguarded. Area residents said that several accidents have taken place in this area previously as well.
Many pass this road, therefore this is a very dangerous spot. We ask for a gate every day, but to no avail. Several serious accidents took place here. Thereafter we forwarded a petition with 3,000 signatures to the minister. I received this letter in 2010 that action will be taken, but nothing has happened up to now.
Railway Superintendent L.A.R. Ratnayaka said that an investigation is underway in this regard.
දුම්රිය හරස් මාර්ග වලින් 20 30 කට වැඩි වාහන 100ක් 100 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 කට වැඩි වාහන 100ක් 100
There are around 650 unguarded railway crossings, and measures are underway to guard 100 railway crossings within this year. But we can only fix railway gates or safety under the Benelite system with the allocated resources. So we kindly request drivers to be cautious when crossing such unguarded railway crossings.
Accidents at unguarded level crossings. 10 people killed last year. Immense property damage. There are no gates at 800 railway crossings. General Manager, Department of Railways. Gates will be affixed to 45 railway crossings this year. General Manager, Department of Railways. One person killed at the unprotected level crossing in Walpola Ragama. 24 people hospitalized following yesterday's accident at the Rockland Junction in Berwala. Shouldn't a proper program be initiated with regard to unprotected level crossings before more lives are destroyed?
Sri Lanka's Anuradha Indrajit Kure was placed 14th in the men's category of the London Marathon today.
Over 35,000 runners participated in this year's edition of the London Marathon. Prior to the start of the run, the runners observed a 30-second silence for the victims of the Boston Marathon bombings. Olympic gold medalist Mo Farah also took part in the race and dropped out halfway as planned. Anuradha Indrajit, who was placed 14th, completed the marathon in 2 hours 17 minutes and 53 seconds. Anuradha was the first to complete the marathon from among the runners from the Asian zone. He was placed 55th in the marathon at the concluded London 2012 Olympics. Ethiopia's Segae Kebere was placed first in the event. He completed the marathon in 2 hours 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Emmanuel Mutai of Kenya was placed second, while Ethiopia's Aele Abshero was placed third. Kenya's Priska Jeptu won the women's title in 2 hours 20 minutes and 15 seconds.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that education will be provided to children in the rural areas just as much as the children in urban areas because a child's education is the country's education. The President made this statement while attending an event to declare open a 2-story building of a secondary school in the Nanioe area in Vilgamur this morning.
The 2-story building, which comprises of 2 conference halls and an administrative unit, was declared open by President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
අපි අපේ ගමේ දරුවන්ට කොළඹ නගරයේ ඉන්න දරුවන්ට වගේම
We should provide education for children in our villages just as we have provided education for the children in Colombo, because that is the future of this country. It is this young generation of children that is the present as well as the future of this nation. It is our responsibility to protect and guide them forward. Today children are interested in education. No matter how much of wealth or how much you get today, it will be gone tomorrow. Education is the only thing that no rogue can steal or no one can forcefully take away from you. So all of us have the responsibility to make our children interested in education.
එමනම් අපි සියලු දෙනාගේම යුතුයකමක් තියෙනවා අපේ දරුවන්ව උනන්දු කරවන්න අධ්‍යාපනය.
Meanwhile, President Rajapaksa met with the chief prelates of the 3 chapters after engaging in religious observances at the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic this morning. Thereafter, President Rajapaksa visited the residence of former United National Party Minister, late Alik Aluvihare, and engaged in a cordial discussion with family members.
16 trade unions attached to the estate sector organized a demonstration in Kottakkal today, stating that the revised wages are not sufficient. Now, obstructing the protest, a group of supporters of the Ceylon Workers' Congress said that they are content with the revised wages.
16 trade unions attempted to stage a demonstration opposite the Kottakkal Pradesh Sabha, stating that the salary of estate workers that was increased on the 4th of this month is not sufficient. However, a group of supporters of the CWC too were present at the location. According to our correspondent, the supporters of the CWC were standing on the road obstructing the way of the trade union members to the Pradesh Sabha. A tense situation arose between the two groups.
Right, it's okay. But if you can't negotiate during the AS code,
The CWC supporters who were protesting while obstructing the road said that they are supporting the increased salary of estate workers and said they were content with the revision. Accordingly, the Joint Trade Union Alliance was unable to stage their protest in Kotagala. Later, they staged their protest at the Patana junction on the Nuwarele Hatton Road. The demonstration which we organized has been sabotaged by the thugs of the Ceylon Workers' Congress. We kindly request the police to assure our security, or we request the police not to provide security for these thugs. All of us present here will not back down from this battle for the employees and for the hard-working people.
Taking a look at a developing story for tonight, the Energy Forum says that those who consume the least number of units of electricity will be the hardest hit by the new electricity tariffs. The Energy Forum's program coordinator Bandula Chandrasekhara says that consumers who use less than 60 units of electricity per month will be severely affected by the new tariffs.
A person who uses a few light bulbs, a television and an electric iron is considered a low electricity user. A study conducted by the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka in 2010 reveals that the least basic electricity requirement is 12 kilowatt hours per person per month. As such, a family of 5 would require 60 kilowatt hours per month. The poorest families who consume less than 60 units of electricity per month spend twice the amount that they spend on education on their electricity bill. 20% of the expenditure they bear for food amounts to their electricity bill. According to the new system, their electricity bill would increase by between 40 and 60%. There is a situation where the majority of the money they spend on food and drink and their children's education will have to be spent on electricity. In February 2012, the Ministry of Power and Energy introduced an electricity conservation program under the theme Today for Tomorrow. At the end of this program, it was revealed that consumers who used less than 60 units a month conserved the most electricity. People who use luxury appliances and consume much more electricity did not respond to the program. It is evident that they were not as affected by the electricity tariffs. However, the poor, or those who use less than 60 units of electricity, had made an honest effort to reduce their consumption. Thereby, it is extremely clear that the tariffs were not revised, keeping the poor in mind. Meanwhile, Transparency International Sri Lanka has called on the Public Utilities Commission to immediately reveal to the country on what basis they granted approval for electricity tariffs to be revised in this manner. TISL notes that it is evident that the written and oral submissions made by members of the public during public consultations on revising electricity tariffs have not been taken into consideration. The organisation says that this shows that the PUCSL has acted in a non-transparent and non-accountable manner.
සාමාන්‍ය කෙනෙකුට ලයිට් බිල නොගෙව දවසක් හරි ඉන්න මේ ආණ්ඩුවෙන් ඊට දෙන්නේ නැහැ.
This government will not allow an ordinary person a grace period of even one day to pay the electricity bill. On the other hand, no matter how much electricity they use, government ministers only pay 2,000 rupees. I know this. It was the same for us back in the day. The losses of the CEB increase every day because they keep the lights on all night to celebrate Christmas and hold night races. I asked the government how much was spent on one night of the night races. They play cricket matches under floodlights at night, not because of any love they have for the sport, but for the progress of the other son's company, Carlton Sports Network.
ක්‍රිකට් ගහන්නේ ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවට තියෙන ආදරයට වඩා Carlton Sports Network කියන අනිත් පුතාගේ කොම්පැනියේ දියුණුව වෙනුවට